Hi everyone, welcome to the session on Python list comprehension. In this session, we will learn about the simple list comprehension and syntax, apply the list on the scenario based conditions, and you will apply if on the list comprehension, then we'll use if else followed by the nested loop and lambda functions. So if I have my string called technological and I want to iterate each and every character of this string, how I will achieve this. So what I am doing now, will start and I am using the notebook and where I have hidden the menu. So now if I have a string called technology cult and I want to iterate each and every character of this string, how do I achieve this? For this I'll use for loop for char in my string and then I'll say print char. Okay, then you can see each and every letter is being displayed here. Now similarly what I want to do is if I want to append it to some list, and I'll say my list is equals to an empty list, and then I'll say for char in my string. Okay, and then I'll say my list dot append. Okay, and I'll say char, and after that I'll say print my list. So you can see each and every letter is being appended. Okay, this is using the typical for loop, but how do we apply this using the list comprehension? So for that what I will do, will say that my list 1 is equals to, inside this will say char for char in my string, and then we'll say print. It is similar to for loop for char in my string, right? So you can say for char in my string, it is similar to my for loop, and whatever we are writing here we will simply write it here. Okay, this item. So if we want to, instead of this, if I want to do something like, instead of this my string I want to iterate over some other string called Bangalore. So you can say each and every value is being displayed here. Similarly, even if I don't want char, so it's not dependent on this char, it can be ABC for ABC, ABC, and if I execute this, this will still be the same. This is the simple syntax of list comprehension. Initially you don't think about this, just it will be like for typical for loop for character in this object, and then whatever value you want to do, whatever operation, it will come here in this. Now what we'll do, step 2 is we'll play with the numbers. So I'll say my list 3 is equals to, I'll say I for I, item for item, it's like up to you, for I in range 10 comma 20, and then we'll say print my list. So what I am doing here, I'm just writing it I for I in range 10 comma 20, and if I execute this I'll get 10 to 90. Now in case if I want to double the number, in case if I want to, what I will do, I will simply run this for loop for I in range 10 comma 20, and here the output it will be into 2. Okay, now if I execute this, see every number is being doubled. In case if I want to get the square of each numbers, okay, then what I will do, I'll say for square it will be double star into, and then what I will get. So for each number I'm getting the square, right? For 10 is 100, and similarly for 20, for 11 is 121. If I want to get the cube, how will I get the cube of each number? So for cube I need to give 3 here, and if I do this, I'll get the cube of each number, right? Now this is the simple exercise for you. Considering that today's dollar conversion rate is for 1 USD dollar it's 79.8, and similarly pound to INR, like USD to INR, pound to INR, and INR to Vietnamese dong, and INR to Iranian riyal. How will you get? I'll give you one example. If I have a list underscore, this is equals to 10 comma, I have this many, and I want to convert into INR through different trans. So how will I do? So I'll say list underscore INR is equals to, I'll say for I in list underscore dollar, and here the condition, what is the condition for today's rate, what is the rate as per today, I into 79.28. So this $10 will become 792.8 rupees, and similarly $20 will be 1585. Now these are the places where US and UK, where the value of the currency is very is quite good as compared to INR. But if you see, if you go to the Vietnam or Iran, then the value of INR is much higher than them. Then you can also do that conversion. Okay, so it's up to you, like how you can. I've shown you for one, and you can do for the rest, and also you can paste in the comment section. Now let's apply. Let's find how to use the if condition. Let's see how we will use the if condition in the list comprehension. So I'll say my list underscore. I want to get the even number between the range of 1 comma 20. Okay, my even is equal to, I'll say for I in range 1 comma 20, the value will be like for I in range 1 comma 20, if I percentage 2, if it equals to 0, then I will say here I. It will be appended to my list, like default it will be assigned, and then print my list underscore even. In case if I am not happy with this, I will say here odd, and then I'll say this is not equal to 0. So I'll get the number from 1 to 19. Okay, how to apply the multiple if conditions? Like I want to get the odd numbers from 1 to 20, and I'm iterating from 1 to 20, but I want to get from 1 to 10. So in that case, what we will do, I'll say and I, like less than 10, right? And I should be less than 10. So you can see you can apply multiple conditions also. Inside if you can apply and condition also. It's up to your like how you want to achieve this. The next task is how do we use if else condition inside the list comprehension. So what I will say, for I in range 1 comma 20, so it what this thing this statement will simply get me the values from 1 to 19, right? Range 1 to 20 means it will get me the values 1 to 19. Okay, what I want is I want the even and odd. Like if I is 1, then output will be even, comma, odd, even, odd, like this. So for this I will explicitly use if else condition. Okay, we'll say for this we will say if I percentage 2, suppose if it is not equals to 0, then it should say odd, else even. Execute this. So you can see there, right? The first element 1 will be, what will be 1? 1 will be odd, 2 even, odd even, odd even, odd even, like this. If I want to further separate, I want to between 1 and 90, I want to create two lists. One which will have the even numbers, and one which will have the odd numbers. So what for that I'll say list 1 is for odd and list 2 is for even. Okay, and then I'll simply copy this. If I percentage 2 is not equal to 0, this is for odd, this is for even. So I will say list1 dot append what I, and here else list2 dot append I. Okay, and then we will print list1 followed by list2. Execute this. This will happen as usual. But if you see the list where I am appending it, my odd numbers will be appended to where? List 1, and my even numbers will be appended to list 2. So this is important, this syntax. Okay, so it's very simple. Like first we have to find the numbers, then you have to apply the if else logic. If, then where it should store here, else, then where it should store the value here, and it's appending. I hope I'm able to make you understand about the if else, simple if else logic. Let's dive into the nested loops. Now let's see how we will use the nested for loop. Okay, nested for loop inside the list comprehension. So nested for loop, I'll say for I in, I'll say list 10, 20, 30, 40, and for j in 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then what I will do, I want to append, create a new list. I want to append all the product of the like I and j into my list 9. So I'll say list 9 dot append I star j. You can see first what will happen, 10 into 1, then 10 into 2, 10 into 3, 10 into 4, 10, 20, 30, 40, then 20, 40, 60, 80, then 30, 60, 90, 120, and so on. Now how do we achieve this via list comprehension? This is the first loop, right? So we'll say for I in 10, 20, 30, 40, and for the second loop we'll say for j in 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And then the output, what is the output? Output is nothing but I into j, and where it will be stored in my list 10. So we'll say print, so you can get it, right? So it's step by step you need to apply. First write the for loop, the very first for loop. Now if there's a nested for loop, you write the second nested for loop, and the condition, it will be here. The very first expression will be your condition. Okay, now how do we apply lambda function? Lambda function, I'll say lambda will be used with map, so I'll say lambda I comma, what we'll do, we'll multiply each number with 100. I did not give the expression there. So ultimately, whatever value this expression will give, it will come here into lambda function and it will be multiplied by 100. Okay. So now it will be. So you can see, right, each number is multiplied by. In this session, we have learned about the list comprehension, and I have shown you the scenarios based conditions using if else, nested loops, and also the lambda function. So thanks a lot for watching the session. If you feel this video is helpful, please press the like button and subscribe to this channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you.